Good day, family. It's the time you've been waiting for. Senior Talk with Claire Hubbard, your resource and information show for people getting better with age. Well, today we have another exciting show. Our special guest is on the line and with us live, the one and only president and founder of Gray's Way Inc., my brother, Mr. Joe Gray. We're going to talk about everything. The most popular thing is we're going to tell you after this broadcast, you're going to know that your family does not need a GoFundMe. No more GoFundMe. But anyway, everyone, let's get to our introduction and we'll be right back. Thank you for joining Senior Talk. We'll be right back after our intro and this opening statement.
I've had this problem.
Big problem.
I really needed
a good insurance provider.
And I kept searching.
and searching.
There are so many choices.
It's really hard to find one that has all the things on my list.
But I finally did it.
Yes. Thank you.
If you are looking for one as well,
Look no further.
Here's a really good one.
Just use mine.
Use mine.
I'm very satisfied.
Definitely recommend.
Problem gone.
thank you.
I love it. Problem gone. Well, everyone, we are very excited today because this is one of the, I tell you, Joe Gray, we visit each other always this time of year, at the beginning of the year, getting ourselves in place for a better quality of life. But I am so excited that you are joining us. You are a community party and partner and friend for many years. And we're just glad to have you once again. So, of course, everyone, this is the Honorable, as I call him, Joe Gray, president and founder of Gray's Way Inc. He got a little bit for everybody. So if you would, Joe, let's talk about, because we do have new listeners and this platform is going to go out to many markets after our broadcast, but introduce Gray's Way Inc. to our community, a little bit of history of who you are, and then we're going to talk about why you are the insurance company for everyone. You got something for everybody. Go ahead, Joe.
Well, thank you, Claire. First of all, it's always a pleasure being on the phone and talking with you because you are just a ball of excitement. Number one, doing a lot of great things. You are the Oprah of this era.
Hey, I received that in the name of Jesus.
Right. But yeah, Gray's Way. My name is Joe Gray, of course. I am the president of Gray's Way Incorporated. We've been around for the past 8 years now. April will be our ninth year. It'll be my ninth year as an insurance agent. It'll be our fifth year as Gray's Way Incorporated. As our motto says, we provide insurances for everyone. We try to be a resource for every line of insurance, whether it's life, health, homeowners, renters, pet insurance, you name it. We'll definitely try and insure it for you. We love the fact that we have the opportunity to help families, individuals to, solve issues and problems that they may have about, the stresses that they may have about how they're going to handle certain things in their lives and just being compliant by law with insurance and so on and so forth. So we're just glad to be a part of the community. We're glad to be a part of just this great industry of insurance. It's been a definite life changer for myself and my family. Individuals that I've helped along the way just as well to learn the business who are now branching out and they're doing really well on their own. And I'm so proud of them just as well.
So I always like to brag on you because you're not just in one city. Tell us where people can find Gray's Way Inc. because you're a multi-city community.
Well, we still have our office in Chicago, located at on the corner of 95th and Ashland, right above the Currency Exchange. But we are now have a new office. Well, looking for a new office space here in North Carolina, in the Triad area, which is Greensboro, Winston, High Point area. But we are also licensed in 13 different states. Um, there's quite a few of them. I can barely name all of them, but we're in like 13 different states where we have partner agents that also live in those states. They work in those states, and I have family in some of those states just as well. So we're trying to provide service, pretty much everywhere we can.
Absolutely. So let me say this, Joe. We know open enrollment ended in December on the 7th. But there is a new wave that is now in place until the end of March. Am I correct?
Correct.
Okay, what is that term?
So, annual enrollment period is what it's actually called. Started October 15th and ended on December 7th. And again, this is for Medicare individuals who have the Medicare card, where they have the opportunity to change the current plan that they're on, look at new plans, try something else, really look at all their options that are available to them in the Medicare system. As you saw, a lot of folks saw these commercials that are on television that ran just constantly about Medicare. Some of those commercials were good and informative. Some of those were misleading. I won't say the individuals' names, but I say they were popular TV individuals and one famous sports individual, quarterback, where they were actually misleading folks about getting something back that money's back that they cannot get back. And some of one of those commercials is still running right now, but again, it is a misleading commercial. We get hundreds of phone calls of folks trying to say, well, they said I can get my money back. No, you cannot get your money back.
Right.
No, you do not. What happens is for individuals who have both Medicare and Medicaid, those individuals are not paying their Part B premium. So there's no money to get back if you're not paying it. Whereas the state is paying your Part B premium for you, you're not able to get that money back. What we try to help educate folks understand is that with the insurance carriers that you're enrolled in, they're giving you your money back, let's say, in benefits. They give them back with like a free gym membership. Now, a free gym membership at LA, and a membership at LA Fitness is about $60 a month. $10 a month at Planet Fitness, and about $60 a month also at like your local YMCAs. Well, through the Silver Sneakers program, Silver and Fit programs, which are sponsored through the insurance carriers, they're giving you a no-cost gym membership, which valued at $10 or $60. Number one, these carriers also give you what's called over-the-counter benefits, which we found, especially towards the end of the year, a lot of folks did not use that free money that was given to them, that was available for them, where they give you anywhere from $30 to, in some cases, $200 a month. I mean, a quarter, to buy things we normally get from the pharmacy or drugstore, your Aleve, Tylenol, bandages, weight scales, all that kind of stuff. In some states, they're actually getting here in North Carolina, they're now getting $220 per month, and it's a lot of money that you're not using that the companies are giving back to you. So in essence, the government is taking money out of your Social Security check, but the insurance company is giving it back to you in benefits with this over-the-counter money, with these free gym memberships, with extra dental. Some carriers are up to about $2,000 or $3,000 in dental coverage.
Yeah,
there's a lot of different benefits that you're getting on the backside, whereas you cannot get that money back into your check.
Well, let's do this. You have something that I want you to stretch out over this period, and thank you to our seniors who are watching our show from the Rosenwald on 47th in Michigan. We love you, Watika. We love you. And to Wendy Sellers, thank you for tuning in. So
hey, Wendy's down here.
Hey, Wendy, hey, we appreciate you. So let's do this. Joe, I'm gonna play this commercial, and then we're gonna talk about this program that so many people are entitled to, but don't tap into, and that is what? Extra help. Can we dive into that when we come back?
Okay.
So everyone stay tuned. I want you to see this commercial from my brother, Mr. Joe Gray. Everyone stay tuned. Senior Talk. Be right back after this message. All right, that was a great commercial again, Joe. You just own the marketing like nobody's business. I tell you, you got it done, you're getting it done, babe. So let me say this. We have a program, and I'm going to pull up this so people can see this. This extra help program.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Break it down, Joe, because somebody is listening. Somebody needs it today. And do your thing, if you would, please.
So the extra help benefit, it's speculated that there are 23 million people right now who have the Medicare red, white, and blue card who are not aware of this benefit that's available to them. You know, we've seen month after month, time and time again, where we've been into access to like your CVS's and your Walgreens who were there to pitch information about, Medicare. And folks are coming in there each month, going back to the pharmacy, and they're paying upwards of $200, $300 for their medications. When this benefit is actually available to them where they can get up to $5,000 to help pay for their medications. So what does that mean? That means it would actually, if they qualify, it would actually break down a brand name drug from, let's say, on $100 or $80 or, a high cost for like a 30-day supply. It would actually break it down to about $9.35. That's a big difference from $80 to $100.
Be very clear. And I'm going to do this testimony before we go any further. One of our loyal listeners and friends of Senior Talk saw a program on this show through this same program, through Gray's Way and some of your affiliates, and literally said, Clara, I was paying over $300 for my diabetes medicine.
Mm-hmm.
Now I am paying zero.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Right.
Now, you mean to tell me everyone in our community, how many people are carrying these cards are not using the true benefit? Hello.
23 million.
23 million people.
23 million.
That's a lot of people that's going to be calling the number 773-297-1702.
Right.
Use the promo code SRTK when you call them to let them know that you heard it on our show. Well, right. Go ahead, Joe. What else are we missing with this program? This is crazy.
So, this extra help benefit actually has a few different benefits to it. One, it will help lower your medication costs down to, like I said, like a brand name drug down to like $9 and some change.
Mm-hmm.
A generic medication possibly $0 or as high as maybe $3.25. But one of the other benefits of qualifying for this extra help benefit is it will help pay for, if the person has a plan where it has a monthly premium,
mm-hmm.
it will actually pay the premium for them. So there are some individuals who are on these Medicare plans, Medicare Advantage plans, that the cost is maybe $35 or $50 a month. Well, if they qualify for the extra help benefit, it actually pays the $50 monthly premium for them.
Wow.
One of the other things that the extra help benefit will do is if a person has any late enrollment penalties, meaning that they didn't sign up for the Medicare in time, or they didn't sign up for their Part D prescription drug plan in a timely manner, and now they have penalties that are lasting for the rest of their lives, the extra help benefit will also waive those penalties for them.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a few different factors that the extra help benefit will help a senior with.
Okay, fantastic. So let's do this. So let's say I am a card carrying red, white, and blue card person. And I'm like, wow, I joined and I'm carrying this card around and I didn't even know. Where are the gaps in that we are not knowing the benefits of this card that 23 million people have?
Well, number one is they mail you that book every year. And Claire, most of the people, even on this call right now, I'm trying to dig out mine.
Yeah.
There it is, right there. See if you can get that on screen.
Yeah.
Everybody gets one of these books every year. Okay?
Right.
Every year, Claire. And I go and do free presentations at various locations, and I'll pull this book out and I'll say, hey, how many people got this book? Raise their hand. And I'll say, keep your hand up. How many people read the book? And
right.
You see the hands just start falling down like, okay, now here's the problem.
Yeah.
Most of the time, the problem is because you don't know all the benefits and things that you're missing out of, all the laws of Medicare that you're missing out of this book. I actually call this book the insurance, your healthcare Bible, your Medicare Bible. So I tell folks, go dig it out, go find it, go look up under the couch, wherever it's at, dust it off, and just read a few things.
Well, Joe, I'm gonna tell you the truth now. I'm the person with the blue, red, white, and blue card. I'm speaking to all the listeners who may say the same thing. I just don't want to read through all that.
Okay, that's great. Now, why the government hasn't made it simpler yet, I have no idea.
There we go.
One of the things that I have done is my partner and I, we put together a series of short videos. They're under 3 minutes long. It's about 6 videos, so all entail about 20 minutes. And each video gives you an overview of a lot of important sectors of this book.
Okay, we're going to need them videos, okay? And when it's a question, we're going to work with Joe to get that, have a little series on our Senior Talk website so we can get those answers. Wow.
So we share that with folks and say, look, just look at the videos. And then if you have any questions, we can go into a deeper dive. Call me, we go to a deeper dive and answer some of your questions. But this book can be kind of confusing. But in the stance from Medicare, they're saying, hey, we sent you the book. If you didn't read it, then, that's on you.
All right. Well, that's why everyone should have an insurance agent. And our friend, of course, is none other than Mr. Joe Gray. Give him a call at 773-297-1702. Now, Joe, we got one more subject to cover. We're going to need a lot of time to just work through it. And what I'm going to do is we're going to take a quick commercial break to speak on this topic. Everyone breathe deep, because the information that you're going to hear and how Joe is going to explain, we can save our communities, we can save our families.
Yes.
And we could do things with dignity. Everyone stay tuned. We have our last commercial break here with Gray's Way Inc. talking about no more GoFundMe. Yeah. Specifically, we are now getting ready to talk about no more GoFundMe. Break it down, Joe. I'm just do your thing. When you told me about this program, I was in awe, but more importantly, I just gasped because now so many people, it's not just for an individual, it's for those loved ones. It's for people that you may know that just need support. So how did you become introduced to this program? And then you give us your analogy of how we can help the community.
Well, being in the insurance industry for the past, 8, 9 years that I have been in it now, um, learning more about the business and helping folks to get life insurance. Um, is always been we've had this we've talked about this before, Claire, where folks think that life insurance is taboo
Mm-hmm.
and we don't want to talk about that. We'll talk about everything else. We'll talk about sex, we'll talk about politics, we'll talk about somebody's kids, their mama, whoever else, but we won't have that conversation about our immortality. We are not going to stay here. It's like we're going to jinx somebody. You're not going to jinx them. It was just your time to go,
So
unfortunately.
let's get to, let me break in right here because we vibe well. We will spend money on sport tickets, travel expenses.
PS5s,
A one-time
Nike.
thing. I'm traveling too, and I got to get this. I got to get my clothes ready, and that one purchase could save your family, could put your family in a wealth building, if you would, or a wealth care or inherited living series or
Yeah,
segment of your life. You could be building wealth with your family through this. Okay, go ahead, Joe. I'm about to go somewhere else. Go ahead, Joe.
no problem, no problem. I'm about to go with you, but yeah, but again, not having those conversations, and then something happens, and we're stuck in a situation. You're like, oh, well, we're first thing that happens when somebody passes away. Where's the life insurance policy? Well, there was none. Now what?
Now what?
Well, now we go to the GoFundMe, and this is 2022. All of us have been either asked to help donate somebody. Uh, um, you probably have had to set up a GoFundMe account yourself, wait for a donation, and I think it's unfair that a loved one has to sit in the morgue in a freezer, and not to be morbid, but
Mm-hmm.
until a family can actually come up with a few $1,000s to pay for the funeralization.
Wow.
you know, and GoFundMe has become the new norm where people think it's insurance, and it is not insurance. You didn't do proper planning on your part, so now it's an emergency on my part to donate my money to you to help bury your loved one. That's not right.
Yeah.
I had this conversation with an agent last night. I said, the people always say, well, you never know the day nor the hour that God will call you home,
Mm-hmm.
right? We've all heard that, right?
Yes, sir.
But we do know the day and the time that the insurance agent called you on your phone. That's called caller ID. Yeah, it's on your phone. He been calling me and calling me to get me some life insurance, and I ain't returned his call.
Stop playing, Joe. Stop
Come
playing.
on now. Hey, we want to talk about it? Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
So
let's put it up because I don't want to miss any of this. We got break it down from what we see here, and then we're going to give people an opportunity to really just get your number and get the information. I mean, there are churches and worship services watching Senior Talk wherever you are in the country. If you have www period, just log on to Senior Talk Media and get this information. But break down this plan. Funeral assistance plans now available in your area.
Right. So this is a great plan that I actually was introduced to last year, and I finally was able to get on board in late part of the year. And what it is, it's a funeral assistance plan. It is not life insurance. It is not life insurance, but it's an assistance plan that helps pay for the cost at the funeral home and all the costs associated with the funeral home, which is the bulk of the cost for someone's who is deceased and you're trying to get them funeralized. On this plan, like it says on the flyer, it actually covers a standard funeral service, meaning it will actually pick up the body and transport it from the morgue to the funeral home. It will also transport the body to, if they were from want to be buried back in their home state or where mama's at, where their parents are at, it'll transfer the body back to their home state. It also covers the preparation of the deceased, so the embalming and all the processing that goes with that. If the family is having a traditional funeral service, it will cover the casket, and it's not no rinky-dink casket. It's not no. It's a standard casket with the waterproof lining, just a standard basic casket. If they're doing cremation, it'll of course cover the cremation service and the urn, the death certificate, all the paperwork that goes with associated with the funeral home, and the viewing time and service at the funeral home just as well. This plan, again, because it's not life insurance, you can put up to 7 people in your family or non-family in this plan. So it could be you as a plan holder and 6 additional people. You can add an additional person, an 8th person, for an additional $25. The issue ages for enrolling someone is between 0 to 80. So they will actually cover a child still in the womb.
Wow.
Okay. No life insurance policy covers a child in the womb. It begins 14 days after the child is born.
Right.
There are a few health restrictions for the plan, but for the most part, if a person can pass these 4 health restrictions, the enrollment is easy. And again, you can put up to 7 people on the plan. Now, imagine being able to funeralize 7 people, whereas you see on the price on the flyer there, it's only $75 per month.
That's like $10 a person, maybe.
$10, basically $10 per person. Now, our people always say, "Well, what's the catch?" I always tell them, I'll bring it to you up front. Here's one of the catches: it does not pay for the cemetery. That's a separate cost.
Okay.
It pays for everything at the funeral home. Okay, so everything associated with funeral home. It pays for all basic stuff at the funeral home. So if you want a spray painted casket with the person's picture on it, you got to pay the extra. You want white doves, you want chariots, and you want all that other extra pomp and circumstance.
Yeah,
you have to pay all of that stuff extra. The plan is taking care of the basic costs, which is usually the bigger cost of the funeral.
Wow.
Again, it will even transport the body to the cemetery. Usually, a cemetery costs, depending on where you live at, may range anywhere from $1,000, maybe up to $2,500, depending on what day you have the burial.
Yeah.
And what location that you choose. So by starting this No More GoFundMe campaign, it's less of an ask that you have to do, because you can now have 7 people included in the plan for as little as $10. Who's this plan for? People who have been denied insurance, who are returning home from incarceration, who can't get insurance, have health issues that the premium is so high on the regular life insurance policy that they just can't afford it. If you're under the age of 80 and you try to get a $10,000 life insurance policy, well, you're going to be paying $150 or more, depending on your health, for a monthly premium just for a few $1,000s. Now imagine having you, your child, your grandchild, your great grandchild, and everybody roughly paying about $10 a month for basic costs of the funeral.
My goodness.
So we are reaching out to funeral homes, we're reaching out to pastors, churches, people with large families. This plan is not only just for families, but it's also for individuals. For if you don't have a significant other or anyone else, you just by yourself, we have plans available for just $25 a month. If you're just a couple, $40 a month. And then three people or more, it's $75 per month. So this is a great alternative to these GoFundMe accounts, because now, for $75 versus you asking someone for help you out with $8,000 to get somebody buried, that's a big difference. It's a big difference.
It's a huge difference. And what I want to say is thank you for always being innovative and bringing new opportunities to our program. I truly, truly, truly appreciate it. I'm not going to speak anymore. We're going to shut it down, and we're going to just market this to all communities at large. If you are listening, if you are viewing, please go to SRTK Media. You're going to find this podcast. Also, where you get your podcast, this show will be on Spotify, iHeart, and YouTube, and also Amazon Music. So we're going to upload this to multiple outlets. Please, 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 everyone. We're also going to include the other number that you have as well. But if you have any questions or comments for anything that you've heard here on Senior Talk Media, we will definitely ask you to do me a favor, and that is to call our Senior Talk office at 77312-428-6919. Again, Joe Gray, you knocked it out the park. We got a lot of work to do.
Yep.
I'm going to be doing my due just to be more involved in making sure the communities see and hear about this product and service and everything that you do. You always do it well and with class. So congratulations once again. We look forward to seeing you real soon. Thank you to our new listeners who are always tuning in. Everyone, as we say in closing, in complete darkness, we are all the same. It is only our knowledge and wisdom that separate us. Don't let your eyes deceive you. I've been your host today, Clara Hubbard. Our special guest and returning community partner is Mr. Joe Gray, president of Gray's Way, Inc. Visit his website because also there's a daily raffle, monthly raffle on his website at grayswayinc.com. God bless you all. Thank you for being a part of our day and being a part of our show. And we will see you next time.